So here I'm going to talk about the automation part of deployment of our system using Ansible. To deploy our whole system, we can just run the master.yaml using this shell script. In the master.yaml, there are five playbooks: mrc.yaml, remote setup.yaml, couchdb.yaml, webapp.yaml, and spider.yaml. So I'm going to talk about them one by one. So for the first one, mrc.yaml, it runs on localhost and it contains the variable files mrc.yaml, which lists all the needed requirement variables used in creating the instances. So includes common variables, security group rules, volumes, and instances. So there are 6 rows. OpenStack common is the one which install the dependencies on the local host, and the OpenStack images list all the available OpenStack image in the terminal, and OpenStack volume, which create all the volumes we needed, which we define in the variable files. So there are 5 volumes we are going to create: it 4 40 gig and 1 90 gig. So 4 40 gig is for each instance, and the persistent volume is used only for the backup instance. And for the security group, we create 2 types of security group, one public and the other one is private. So for the public, we use for the connection with the outside, which we open the 22 port for SSH access, 5984 is for the CouchDB access, 80,000 is for the web app, and 443 is for the HTTP access. So we also create a private security group, which are for the CouchDB cluster and also the Twitter Harvester cluster. So we open a port 9. So we open all these ports. After we create the volumes and the security groups, we can now create our instance. We create 3 2C 9G instances for the clusters and 1 1C4G instance for the front end and back end. So we also attach the volumes and security group to those instances. As we can see from the dashboard of the Melbourne Research Cloud, we see that we successfully create all the instances and with their corresponding instance flavor and all the variables. We can also see from the volumes, all the values are successfully created, and also the security group, the administration group, and the intra-cluster communication group. So we could also check if the instances are configured in a correct way by seeing the detailed information. So we can see that the security group are successfully attached, and also the volume. So that's so the last row in this playbook is to create the volume snapshot. So that's all for our mrc.yaml, which create all the instances we need in the Melbourne Research Cloud.